Welcome to the Three Amigos podcast. On today's episode, we talk about the wild card weekend that was, all of the crazy games. We have the most phenomenal, undisputed, best segment on our channel, the Cowboy Corner, with Justin. And as he talks about his team as they go forth in the NFL playoffs. The boys and I take a leap into different sports. We talk about hockey. We talk about basketball. We have a fun little game. We have a lot of laughs. So come and join us. Come and listen to us. We have some fun. If you want to follow us, if you want to support us, we are on all socials at Three Amigos Podcast. So thanks for coming. Thanks for listening. And now let's get to the episode. Welcome to the Three Amigos Podcast, where we talk about shoes and how to fill them. Thank you for the reaction. Tough crowd tonight. And going on the shoe metaphor, we have some shoes to fill. We found out that Brandon Staley is not getting fired, but he has to fill some shoes of his OC and his quarterback coach. The Cowboys and the Lions will never understand what it's like to have shoes filled for 16 years straight with a winning season every single year. Some people steal bowling shoes, and that's just what the world comes to. And I think Chris found out some good news that he'll share later on shoes that he doesn't have to fill next year, which will be really good for him. But I think it's only appropriate that we talk about the shoes that may have gone away from us last season, that may not have made it all the way. Their souls gave out right before the playoffs. They couldn't make it. And I think that's only proper to start with the burnt down kneecap diner.
Thank you, Alex. And
You're
it's
welcome.
intros like those that make us a shoe-in for Sports Podcast of the Year. Anyway, so I'm feeling pretty good about the Lions this week. We got to sit at home. We got to enjoy, watching Kirk Cousins and the Vikings get one and done, as in division. That's great. Terrific. We got to look over and see the Seahawks get their asses kicked. Not for a while, but second half. Brutal. And we got to know, hey, that wasn't us. And you get that cocky arrogance of, we would have done better than that. We would have at least been more competitive than that. Look at that. So I feel like the Lions are feeling pretty good, but the best news I got right before we jumped on here, and that is that offensive coordinator, Ben Johnson, has informed the teams interested in hiring him for their head coaching position. Turned it down. He said he's staying with Detroit. Says Detroit's building something special and he wants to see it through. And that's huge for this organization, that someone is turning down a head coaching position because he wants to stay in Detroit. That's not the Lions I grew up knowing. People were trying to get the fuck out. So all in all, I mean, there's not much to say about them as they were at home this weekend, but very excited about the future of this organization. So Mr. 16 shoelaces, whatever metaphor you want to go with, spill the beans on your Steelers.
I think he's thinking about those black shoes, because it's a mentality wearing those black shoes.
Those Air Force Ones.
Air Force Ones that bring you to a 9-8 season. And I'm not going to say that we made a lot of moves week one, but we did sign, I think his name is Anthony Miller. Don't know who he is. He plays wide receiver. Don't know.
I think he was on Chicago for a while.
I don't know what that
short
does
white
for
guy.
a team.
Yeah.
No, that's not who we're talking
That's
about.
not him? Okay, different guy.
Let me look it up because he was definitely not a short white guy. I can tell you that. Just if I'm going to be honest, from the picture, not a short white guy.
That is not a short white guy. That's a medium-sized African-American.
And so he signed to a 1-year contract. So that's really cool. I don't know what that does for.
Where'd he come from?
Chicago.
So he did play for Chicago.
Yeah, he did play for
he
Chicago.
Just wasn't a short white guy.
No, I know who this guy is. I've seen him.
So I think what we're doing with our team is obviously we got rid of Chase Claypool and we said Bears take him, but we're going to sign someone in the offseason that's better than him because it's hard to not be better than Chase Claypool right now because he is not that good. Sorry, Chase, but you didn't do our team justice last year. And, our receiving core.
Sorry, Chase.
Yeah, sorry, Chase. Don't. Yeah, but our receiving core was surprisingly not that great this last year. Except, we had a phenomenal rookie, which we will always have. We will always have good rookies coming out. But when your number one receiver doesn't score a touchdown all season, that's a hesitation. That's not the best look for your team. So I think that's what they're trying to do. Make some changes in the offseason, stir some competition up. What you find on him, Jay?
Oh, love it. So, you guys actually had him on your injured reserve all year long this year?
Oh.
Yeah, so you just re-signed him. He had a shoulder injury.
Oh, cool. Perfect.
But is this really your guy?
No, our guy has been on our team. He wears number 14. He's really good.
You need pieces around him for him to be a guy.
You need and what's I guess right now is he kind of became the number one, but through the season, it's almost like I'm just hoping that a juju doesn't happen. It's easy to be a number two and to get a lot of throws and a lot of touches when you have a number two on you, guarding you, when you're not the double covered, you know what I mean? Towards the end of the season, I'm guessing he started to get more of that because they realized that he was going that way. But I'm hoping that he can sustain that and be a good number one because he looks like he can be, but I'm just hoping he can sustain it.
I understand.
Yeah, but that's all the Steelers got. We honestly, after watching the Bills play, because that's who we would have played if we got in. I had a little faith in the Steelers after watching that game. So the Bills look pretty shaky. I don't really know what's going on with them, and I don't really know what's feeding into that Josh Allen throwing an interception every single freaking playoff game he plays. But I think we'll talk about that later. But or now, because that's what kind of going into. So
well, who started the week? That's I think we can get that one into later. But who opened that Saturday morning game?
The 49ers and the Seahawks.
Ugh.
That was a weird game. It was super competitive.
Oh my god!
And then
until it wasn't.
Yeah, in second half, Geno Smith came out and said, "You know what? I don't know how to play football anymore." What do you mean?
It wasn't
bro?
even him.
No, I don't think it was all on him.
I mean, yeah, you know who showed out though? Metcalf.
Yeah.
Had a game
for sure.
See, even let's start with that game. Start about that first half real quick. I think dive deep into that. Dude, that Seahawks team was looking impressive. I was like, oh shit, this is a game. They're gonna make it something.
It was a 1-point game going into
Brock didn't look great at the very start. He got it together for sure, but very beginning he didn't look great.
It was man, can they actually do this? Is there a potential that they could take down the 49ers here? That'd be just wild and crazy. And then they came back from halftime and it just went one after another. So bad.
Brutal.
And I think that was just on Seattle as a team. Their defense was barely holding them the first half. In the second half, they couldn't hold them for shit. And we talked about Geno, but Geno really wasn't the problem. He had that fumble, but I mean, dude, that was just bad timing. He was in the wrong place at the wrong time and ball fell out. But
he'll be back with them next year.
Yeah. Overall, if we're just talking about Geno, what an impressive season. My comeback player of the year, because that's just such a crazy hear about. But they
didn't have any run support help. They just it was just up to Geno and DK. Basically try to win the game, and that defense is too strong to just have one option.
And the 49ers look so good.
Yeah, literally. I'm literally just waiting for the Brock Purdy parade to stop, but it just doesn't. I don't know what's going on. I have no idea if it's going to keep going. Is he gonna just make it to the Super Bowl and win the Super? It seems like he might just do that.
Yeah,
it doesn't seem like he's getting any worse. Not any worse, but just defenses aren't figuring him out yet. Or Kyle Shanahan might be the most smart offensive coordinator ever. I just don't know.
Well, that just gave me
I think it's a lot of the above.
Yeah,
a little of each. And what a great story to go from being a last pick in the draft to then having two quarterbacks go down, and then you come in And yeah, don't get me wrong, 49ers are stacked on defense,
Yeah.
stacked on offense. He came into a great situation, but to go in and just tear it up better than those previous two quarterbacks had been all year is super impressive. And now he's in the playoffs. He has his first playoff win. It was big. Like,
Yeah.
this is a pretty exciting story. I think no matter what, there's a 30 for 30 coming out on
Brock
this year
Purdy.
for them. Yeah, just because of how wild of a year this is.
And like with the system, sure, it's super easy and it's super set up to succeed, but he's still got to make throws, and he's been making throws.
He's got to make the
Oh, yeah,
change.
he
He's got to
is.
make the throws, and you hear him at the line, like, dude, he's
Yeah.
like, he was doing it.
He's looking good. Like it's 18 for 30 for 332 yards. Ridiculous.
There's some people that just like can ball, and I feel like he's just one of those kids that can just ball.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, like, it doesn't hurt when Christian McCaffrey goes 15 carries for 119 yards.
Yeah.
And
but
Debo,
also you have Debo Samuel.
He's got a
Brandon
stacked
Ayuk.
team to play
Debo,
with.
Ayuk, Kittle. Debo went for 6 for 133.
Mhm.
Like, it's like it's just almost unfair. Good for him. Like, honestly, what I would love to play in that cast. Like, holy crap.
Oh yeah.
Hell
that'd be
yeah.
See Kyle Shanahan get on the field and get in the players' faces for what they did with Debo.
Really?
Yeah. So like what it does, obviously you guys saw that play, right? Where they
Yeah.
just like,
Yeah.
I think it was kind of stupid, but
Yeah.
they're all talking shit, and Kyle's like, I was out there in the middle, and you see him like walking through these players, like yelling at like all the Seahawks players, and he's like, I think he called him like scum Seahawk player. I
Oh
don't know.
yeah.
It was just fucking
Scums.
funny, but you're like, all right, get it, dude.
They have a rivalry for sure.
The only thing I will ask is this is a proposition to you guys. Kyle Shanahan,
Mhm.
obviously a great offensive minded guy, has been to the Super Bowl twice, I think, maybe more than twice, but twice I know for sure.
Once as a head coach, once as an offensive coordinator.
And he blew both leads. That's all I'm
Yes.
saying. Is like he blew I think the biggest lead in Super Bowl history,
Mm-hmm.
28-3, as the Falcons. And then he blew a 2 touchdown lead when he went with the 49ers, I think.
Yep.
If I'm mistaken, I think that's correct. But I hope that they can make it again so that he can show us that he doesn't blow leads in the Super Bowl. Like, because that's just like the thing that it sucks. But when you have those 2 memorable kind of blows of leads, it's kind of is in your mind like, okay, cool, you're going to get us there, but are you going to finish it?
No, I think that's a fair criticism that I think a lot of people bring up on Kyle Shanahan and his offensive genius mind. And, you know, some people think he's overrated. I think he's pretty good. Obviously. I mean,
Obviously.
he has a great offense no matter where he goes. He might be a little weird, but I think the great ones usually are.
Look at McDaniels. The guy's weird, but he's funny. And he's really
Yeah.
smart when it comes to offense.
But like, and that's the other thing too. He's also really talented because he has great players around him. They have so much talent. Like, it's hard to kind of be shitty when you have all that in just one bag. Getting Christian McCaffrey was the best thing they ever did. That was
huge.
insane. They are paying dividends for it. Sorry, my light just went off.
Hell yeah.
It's just crazy as fuck, dude.
Yeah.
I don't necessarily. I think he's a good head coach, but I think he's a good offensive guy like Guru. But you do have to keep all those things kind of in perspective because no one gives a fuck what you do or how you get there. They just want you to fucking win it. Like,
how many rings do you have? That's the real question.
That's what they always break it down to.
Yep.
See, like Bill Belichick is that guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, like Bill Belichick is going to be like he's a go at one point. You know who you're talking about, but it's crazy.
It's the go to Super Bowl coaches. That's for sure. All right, we're gonna move on to the next game.
Oh my god.
First game was wild, and then you move on to literally probably one of, I think it's funny because the first game was so exciting the first half, pretty boring the second half. And then the second game was real boring the first half. I was like, I almost turned it off. Then you went to the second half of the Jaguars and the Chargers. Dude, what happened there? Did you guys watch that game all the way through?
Can I tell you how it happened? So I just got into Atlanta is when I was traveling back, and we were just driving from the airport there, and they're watching something like, you know, we're getting our bags and shit. And we're driving back, and I was like, damn, he has 4 interceptions. It's 27-0. No way. So we're like, well, we're not even trying to watch it. But we went to like TGI Friday, Ruby Tuesdays. That's what it was. I knew it was a
Hell
day
yeah.
of the week. It was
How'd
just
you
right
fuck
there.
that up? You go to
Dude.
TGI Fridays on Fridays and you go to Ruby Tuesdays on Tuesdays.
Tuesdays. I know. I'm so like, oh, but we went there and then we turned around and we're watching this game. We're watching this like epic comeback. Holy fuck. They're doing the damn thing. It was insane. But just to
It
watch
was
it, oh, it's crazy.
it was gnarly just to see a team go up by so much and then just like almost give up.
Choke.
Literally, like I was watching the game and I was like, what?
They fell apart.
Like literally, like what did they do that like in like their offensive scheme didn't really even change? Yeah.
That's what happened.
That's the problem.
Yeah. The only reason they got up 27-0 is because their defense had 4 interceptions, but their offense had really great. Like how you can't. What the fuck do you do when you get the ball at the 20 and you got to figure out what the fuck this team's trying to do? But they're gonna just score on you because they're right there. You haven't got the game flow yet.
Looking at the stat line, I am shocked. Justin Herbert was only 273 for a touchdown. That is like shocking to me. Like, damn, that I did not. And then Austin Eckler was only 13 for 35. That is crazy. And they were up by 27 points going into half.
Yeah, it's like Justin said, it was all defense.
Yeah. Getting the ball before the 50 really helps you.
Yeah, it does.
It was insane.
Yeah,
well,
and
you guys know I'm superstitious, and
no,
I went bowling during this game. The same bowling alley that I was at when Ohio State let Georgia come back on them and then missed that field goal. And when I arrived at the bowling alley, it was an ass whooping. I actually almost texted you guys right when I arrived because I know you both chose the Jaguars for that game. And I was about to just laugh in your faces. And I was like, nah, you know what? I'm going to wait. I'm going to wait till the end of the game. And I am so glad I did because I sat there watching and Nick was texting me. He goes, you think they're about to make a comeback? And I was like, no. And this was like towards the end of the third. I was like, nah, I don't see it. I think the Chargers hold on. You know, Justin Herbert's so damn talented. And then, that fourth quarter was all Jaguars.
All Jaguars.
Dude, and when I was watching the game right before half, I was like, in my head, I was like, if these motherfuckers score right here, they're going in the locker room a completely different team. Right when they scored, right when the Jaguars scored right at the end of the half, I was like, oh, dude, I know it's 27-7 right now, but this team is completely different. Like they actually drove down the field, they didn't turn the ball over, they proved themselves they can get in the end zone, and then Trevor Lawrence and his beautiful hair did the rest.
Talk about him. What a story. Like for real. 4 interceptions. Like you gotta be feeling fucking shitty about yourself.
That's gotta be mental rock you.
And then he just comes out and balls out. Hey, it's good. Like he literally, that was like perseverance to a T. That was lit. Like that was awesome to see.
And to see not even just like, oh, I threw 4 interceptions and a couple touchdowns. It was literally 4 straight interceptions. No touchdown, no movement on the ball, nothing.
What I want to know is what the hell did Joey Bosa say to the ref that got the ref to chase him down like that,
dude,
and then talk to him and then penalize him? Like he had to have said either the ref's a bitch, which is a possibility, or he said something that was over the line.
Dude, Joey Bosa was pissed that entire game. Every time they scored, literally from like after 14 points, every time they scored, he would go and throw his helmet on. He was acting like a baby back bitch. And like,
why so many helmet throws?
Because he's there. That is why they lost. They weren't calm and cool. Oh, we got this. They were getting
he cost them 2 points with that.
And when you look at their defense, it was like you were keeping us in the game. I understand maybe it's a little frustration from the offense not doing anything and just super relying on the defense, but you cannot. Sure, you can blame the officials. At the end of the day, you can't blame the officials for a 1-point loss. Like that is with how
especially
big of a
collapse.
With how big of a lead you guys have, you cannot blame the officials. Now, if it was like, oh, here's a penalty, here's a penalty, here's a call or two, sure, it's gonna happen every game. Call or two is gonna go a certain way, but I would be honest with you. the way that they kind of officiate now, and the way that like New York almost overturns if it's a wrong call, they do a pretty, I would say 95% of the time, it's like a pretty good call
Well, it's not like it's the fucking Vikings and the Saints game where it
with
was like
that.
so
Yeah.
much controversy that they didn't get it. Like, no, you blew 27-point lead.
Yeah. It
In
wasn't
a
even
playoff.
it's crazy,
Yeah.
bro.
You can't blame that one. You have no one to blame. You could blame the officiants, but you allowed it. There was a reason why they were driving, so they got a couple extra points out of it. Like, you should be embarrassed. They deserved that win. You fucked up.
And you know what? I think in each game you should only be allowed one frustrated helmet throw. Just one. And if you're
One.
Brady, forget the helmet, Microsoft tablet.
Yeah.
But one helmet throw is enough. Like, especially, yeah, his head coach handed it back to him like twice.
And at what point are you the head coach and you go, motherfucker, if you throw his helmet again, it's going into your face? Like, what the fuck are you doing, bro?
Oh,
Like,
he
you're
wouldn't say that to Joey Bosa.
But no, but
Brandon
you're
Sneed is a bitch.
supposedly supposed to be the leader of the defense. You are this guy who's supposed to be the blah blah blah. You sound like a bitch. You need to like lead your defense. Like, I'm not playing the game. There's a lot of emotion behind it, but the greats have this leadership mentality where sure they get mad, sure throw out a helmet, sure whatever, like rally your team up. But every single time you score a touchdown, you shouldn't throw a helmet.
You can say emotion, but like look at Ray Lewis. Ray Lewis is one of the most emotional men I think on the football field. You saw
For
it.
sure.
Never did that shit.
He never cried like a bitch. He always made his team step up.
Careful
bigger.
if you make Ray emotional in Atlanta.
Yeah, I know. I wouldn't do that. I live in Tennessee. I'm good.
I don't understand.
He you can look it up.
Yeah, he didn't do anything that he wasn't supposed to do in Atlanta. But so just those 2 Saturday games, I was so hype on football, right? I was like so like, holy crap, this is about to be a really fun week of football.
Yeah.
And then I got
Yeah, for
hella
sure.
sick on Sunday. Like, literally thought I was gonna die. Don't know. It was probably just a flu, and probably a little baby, and it was worse than it. I acted worse than it probably was. But I get home, and I
You
just
mean when you texted us, I'm dying?
Yeah.
You're
So
saying that was an exaggeration?
it was an exaggeration because I'm here
Oh,
now.
okay.
But when when I literally was like the Bills Dolphins game was on at like 1 p.m. my time or something like that, maybe 12.
Mm-hmm.
I got home at like 8 a.m. and I slept until like 11. I was like, I'm not even throw the game on. Throw the game on at like maybe 2 p.m., maybe 1 p.m. And I was like, this is fucking kind of a game. I was not expecting the Bills Dolphins game to be a game.
Thompson showed up.
He did.
Totally doing it.
And
Till he did.
yeah, but also
But he played better than I expected. I expected an ass whooping without
He
Tua.
played better than I think everybody expected
or
him to play.
did Josh Allen play worse than we expected?
That.
Also true.
Because Silas Thompson, he played well, and the team, I don't know, their team is just so like too almost star-studded to be this bad. I understand their quarterback is like whatever, but
Josh Allen is starting to remind me of like a Peyton Manning in the sense that, man, regular season, he will tear your ass up. But you get him in the playoffs, you actually have a chance.
You know what he also reminds me of? And you say Payne is, I don't know if this is 100% true, but like I remember Payne in like big games throwing a lot of interceptions, kind of making weird like different things. That's what Josh Allen's doing. He's like,
Yeah.
I almost say like Brett Favre too, in a sense, like where he's just yanking it out.
Gunslinger.
Exactly. He's gonna win because he just made the right throw at the right time, not because he's like methodical. But like, you know what I'm saying? He's not like Tom Brady.
nope. And how this is gonna sound bad, and I'm sorry, Bills Mafia, but how shitty would it be that you have as good as a quarterback as Jim Kelly? He takes you to the Super Bowl 4 times, and you lose it.
I think they're
all
in a
4
row
times?
too.
Yeah, and yeah, they are. They were 4 times in a row, and you
Mhm.
lose all 4. And then you get this guy, Josh Allen, who's a pretty damn good quarterback. And every time he gets you the first, the second seed, and you hit the playoffs, then you just can't do anything. Because this is not the first time that he's been to the playoffs and it's been bad.
Yeah.
It's
I
like,
always say that the Lions are cursed, but man, the Bills might be cursed.
like it's like when you think about that, you're like, wow, they went to the freaking Super Bowl 4 times in a row. You know how fucking hard that is?
Super.
And not win.
And
That's even
not win
harder.
one time. Like,
Well,
holy crap.
like there's other games that, like when you see Josh Allen, like even that game against Kansas City last year, he played a good game. They kind of got fucked. Like
Yeah.
that was a good game. But like you're so right. Like this is just not the team that you. Everybody picked them to win. They're Super Bowl favorites. They're this, they're that.
Mhm.
And they have a chance. Like I think the Kansas City Chiefs are going to run away with it.
Yeah,
But
dude.
the Jaguars are proving otherwise.
I'm excited for that game.
That's good. That's gonna be a fun game. Yeah.
That will be a fun
And I mean, if this was regular season, the Bills will be a fun game. But who knows what Josh Allen's gonna be? Is this team still
Wait, this is the matchup that we missed.
which one? Oh, we're not there yet. I'm just kind of talking about.
No, I meant Bills Bengals. That would
Oh,
be a matchup.
Oh yeah,
Mm.
They didn't play.
that's right. They didn't get to
Ooh.
play.
Yeah, they
didn't get to
stopped.
play. And so for the Bills, like, are you coming into this game? Are you guys still dealing with the fact of what happened on the field like 2 weeks ago? Like, is that still going through your head? Is that like
I
still?
think you're uplifted right now because he just
like
he was at the facility visiting them. Like you're seeing that he's doing well. I feel like now you're using that as like positive motivation to go out there and like finish the job for him, you know?
Yeah, and that's what I thought that was gonna happen. That's why I was like, dude, like when I saw that happen, all the I was like, dude, the Bills like almost kind of sounds like they're writing a movie right now.
Mhm.
Like it seems like, okay, you have this player who unfortunately gets hurt on the football field. Thankfully, he recovers and is out of everything and he's doing good. But it almost sounds like a scripted movie. And then they go and they win a Super Bowl. That's like what it sounds like, right? But then you see them play this week and you're like, what the heck happened to this team against okay? And I guess you can say it's against a division rival.
Yeah.
Like you play them twice a year. They've played them for so long.
That defense is good.
And that defense is good. Like
they already beat him up in Buffalo earlier this year.
And so, like, I guess maybe that's it. But then you're gonna go play a team like the Bengals, and now the Bengals' offensive line looks horrible. They're just so bad right now. But I mean, it's crazy. It's crazy to think about what's gonna happen. But I know that Chris will love to talk about this next game. And Justin, I'm sorry. I know you picked them to win, but I know you hate to see them win.
Oh,
Giants, Vikings.
I'd rather the Vikings lose, to be honest with you. I'd rather play the G-men than the Vikings.
Would you have wished that it was Cowboys Giants right now?
I mean, yeah.
Just to be able to, or how sweet would it be if it's Cowboys Giants to get to the Super Bowl and you beat them up?
Well, we have to either beat them or the Eagles. So I pick.
Yeah. Oh, true. I guess it's.
I'm gonna get both of them. Yeah. Which one you want? I'll fuck you up too. But we gotta get through the monster. So I'm not even chatting about that right now.
Yeah, you gotta get through.
We can talk about that when we get to Cowboys corner because I got a lot to say. But
yeah, but this game was freaking wild.
Yeah, it was good.
This game was good.
This was good for the G-men, bad for Vikings fans because the Vikings did everything they did. Normally they choke.
Yeah.
And that big game, win that close games. They did not win this one.
Danny Dimes has some wheels. He was running all over that Vikings defense and making some incredible throws on top of it.
Danny Dimes is the G-man.
Yeah.
He's almost thought?
Like and so now when you're thinking about this, when you're Shaquan, what are you going through your head right now? Like
extend
he's still the man. Like he's still good, but he's not Danny Dimes.
I swear to you, so Barkley had 9 runs, right? I swear to you, throughout that whole game, they designed like 10 to 15 runs for Daniel Jones.
Like, oh, they definitely did, but that's just because he was hot.
Yeah, was it just working?
With the hot hand.
Yeah, and that is crazy. That I think my favorite part about the whole game, and I was thinking of you when this happened, Chris. My favorite part about the whole game is the Vikings player that had the best game was a Lion.
I know.
I was like
that was a little infuriating. Like, you guys know how I feel about that.
I know
that trade. Yeah, that was tough to watch, but it was worth it at the end. 4th and 8.
Yep.
With a 2-yard check down pass to him to end the game.
What the heck, dude? Okay. I don't know if you guys. I've never played anything outside of high school football, but I do know if you're on 4th and 8 and your season is on the line, yeah, at least throw it to the line.
You would think, unless you had some badass play that you could throw it short of the sticks, and the guy's gonna have room to make a play. He didn't have any room. As soon as he had the ball, he had a guy on him.
It's maybe if you're giving it to like a JJ, a yard or two from the line, and you're gonna trust your guy to get you that 2 yards. Sure, 6 yards from a tight end. I understand Hawkinson, he's really good, but like 6 yards from a tight end when he's like being covered hard.
Yeah, why not throw that up
design
for
of that play?
JJ?
Like that design of that play was poor, and that's where you go back to your offensive coordinator and be like, "What the fuck did you draw up?"
I think their offensive coordinator is their coach.
But at the end of the day, Cousins made the decision to check it down to Hawkinson instead of just tossing it up for Justin Jefferson to make a play.
Yeah.
Like, he can make a play,
Like
put
they
it
did
where
all season.
only he can get it. He'll go get it.
Yeah. Well, even like he will get it when he can't get it. That's what he did against the Bills when he fucking
Exactly
hooked that ball. But you got to shout out the GM. And Hawkins had a really great game, but the reason why he had a really great game is because Justin Jefferson was quiet.
Yeah, very quiet game out of him.
But they did such a good job at defending that whole wide receiver core. Like the Vikings have a pretty decent wide receiver core, and to be only Hawkinson was the guy. I mean, Hawkinson balled out, but that was it, dude.
And it wasn't lack of trying; they threw it to him. He has 7 receptions on the day. Like it was just that defense, I guess, just
short.
figured him out.
The Vikings defense was bad.
Yeah, horrible.
That's what they've been saying all season, right? That they have this little soft defense and they play soft coverage and blah 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 blah. And you could tell, and it ate them in the ass. Because when you have people like Kenny Galladay, who when has he played? What he's been up to? Nothing. He's balling out.
He was quiet until recently.
And what was like funny is what the Giants. They talked about this the whole fucking game. That's why I know about it. But the Giants played zone the whole time, and then on the one big 3rd down play that they needed to make to like stop them from driving, they went to their traditional man coverage and stopped them. It's pretty sick. But I swear they talked about zone coverage about every play that the Giants run defense. I don't know. Did you guys watch that game?
I did.
That was
I didn't watch it with sound though.
It's probably the most infuriating thing I've ever heard. Literally, the commentators would be like, "It's 2nd and 10. Do you think he'll go to man coverage, his traditional way of playing, or do you think he'll stay in zone? He looks like he's staying in zone." And I was like, "Oh my god, bro!" Like,
who? That was called by what's his bucket from the Panthers tight end. What's his name?
Greg Olsen.
Greg Olsen and someone else.
Yeah.
And like I can understand, they're so new, they're learning.
Was it Joe Buck? No, it wasn't Joe Buck. It was
he's with
Greg
Troy Aikman.
Yeah, it was with some other new guy. You're right. I like when they panned to him. I was like, "Who the hell are these guys?"
Oh yeah, it was that dude with black hair, white guy, kind of like Italian looking.
100%. And then I was like, "No, it was. Wait, that's what he looked like." And then, but Greg Olson's out of here whenever Tom Brady decides to go.
Yeah, more than likely.
Well, that's the whole thing. Is like that's the whole thing. Is Greg Olson's out of a job when Tom Brady goes in. They're switching. They're like.
They might like him though, and just use him for a different spot, like a sideline,
like
a booger, like a booger,
like
a booger. Talk about two.
Say booger teams. One more time.
Booger. Talk about 2 shitty teams. That played really well against each other. I was excited. This game was pretty fun. I was excited to see
so much better than what you expected.
Oh my god, dude, way better. And then the only thing I didn't like is if it's true, J.K. Dobbins bagging on Huntley at the end of the game.
Yeah, he was, but he wasn't. Like he was mad that on that play he wasn't given the ball. And he said I think he was just trying to stick up for Lamar. Like, yeah, if we had Lamar and he would have taken that, we would have won.
Maybe just the way that the media outlet that I saw it from posted it just seemed like,
of course,
it just seemed like he was like, it wasn't even, it was just like a post, and I was like, what the hell? I was like, what is going on here? But
he was just mad about the coaching decisions and not getting. He didn't get the ball in the red zone the entire second half, and he barely got any touches in the second half. He was pissed.
When he was actually doing well all game, and then even on that, like, wouldn't you give it to your guy? Like, he was the guy out there at that point. In multiple situations where they're like 4th and 1 or 3rd and short, like they didn't give him the ball. They let Tyler Huntley.
No. That being said, Tyler Huntley, played great.
Yeah.
Did.
Besides that fumble, he played great. Even
Mhm.
at the very end, I thought that dude diving in the end zone had a chance at that Hail Mary throw. Like Tyler Huntley was making some beautiful throws.
So I didn't so I literally fell asleep in the middle of this game because I was fucking tired, and for some reason every Sunday night game goes to 11
That's so
p.m.
weird that you would like try and fall asleep during a Ravens game.
Yeah, it was fun. But then I literally woke up at like 3 in the morning.
Did you literally do that?
Literally woke up at 3 in the morning and like looked at my phone and like saw the winner of the game and watched this guy run down the field. Talk about unsung hero who didn't get any credit because he didn't tackle him, but Mark Andrews like tracked that guy down hard.
Oh, Hubbard. He tried to get him.
He
was
like
fast. He was much faster than we expected.
100%. He was flying down the field, and then he just got like pushed. You know, when you're a defensive guy, you just literally stand in his way, and it slows him down just enough to get through. But I was like, holy crap, this guy chased him 90 yards down the field to make the tackle, and I saw no other Ravens in sight. That was like cool to see that, but also, and that basically won them the game, right? Is that last touchdown fumble recovery?
Because if what they would have scored, it would have been different. It would have been closer. Like that was that changed everything.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, because wasn't it tied at that point?
Yes.
What it seemed like? What did it seem like? Is it was in the
it was tied.
quarter,
Ravens were about to score,
and it had 11. What I saw was like 11 minutes left in the fourth quarter, and then that happened, and then they fumbled and they scored on that play, and then no other scores happened the rest of the game.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Crazy though.
And you're talking about like J.K. Dobbins, what he said, and I think more or less like everybody's trying to have like Lamar's back with like his contract because like
a lot of teammates came out for Lamar.
They're fucking him like a little bit. Like, they're trying not to pay him, and like he's smart to sit out. Why would I go play for you when I know I'm somewhat injured and you don't care about how much
KD did it.
Yeah.
And look what happened to him. He got hurt again.
They did that. RG3 has been posted a lot about that, and I know you guys have seen all that, and I forget about that. Like, and you see his knee just buckle off of fucking like trying to catch a snap. Like, why would I risk that if you're not even willing to pay me?
And then did you see him what he posted?
No.
Yeah, I did on his Instagram.
It was a really cool post. What you have and
what you have and
not letting it go, and like when you Ohio State Cup, when you have it, like don't let it go and blah 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 blah. But it was a good post, and it was like, is his time in Baltimore up? I hope so. I will become a Lamar Jackson fan if his time's up.
Say that. Don't say that.
In Baltimore, I will become a Lamar Jackson.
It very well could be, but we'll see.
If his time is up in the AFC North, I will become a fan.
Okay.
I will.
That means that if he gets traded to the Steelers, you can't be a fan of him because he's still in the NFL. No, he's the AFC North. You just said he has to leave.
Because
everybody heard it here.
That'll literally never happen. The Ravens and the
literally
Steelers
never happen.
Okay, if it does happen,
he loves the word literally today.
Literally, he loves literally.
Okay, you're done. I'm gonna hand it over to Chris to introduce once again for what seems to maybe not be the last time, but I would love to hear. I'm not jinxing anybody. I thought the last time. Actually, I picked the Cowboys, so I'm wrong. But Chris, take it away with a good old y'all and a good old Cowboys corner.
Y'all, Cowboys corner. Let's ride. You know what? Every time I do one of these intros, a little piece of my soul dies. It is time for the Cowboy Corner with Justin, who showed up all baby face shaved. Tell us about how you feel about the Cowboys finally beating Tom Brady and beating the Bucs in the wild card weekend.
Glorious. Real quick, I do have to say this before we go too deep. I know you said a little bit of your soul dies, but you're ginger, so you don't have really a soul. So
okay. Damn.
Infinite pieces of soul dies.
But can you just say excited? Like, oh man. what's fun about this is there was handfuls of this. Like, yeah, Cowboys were the favorites in some, but many people were like, no, they're this, they're that. Tom Brady's gonna be Tom Brady and be this guy and he didn't play that well. And they, until the end of the game, played like Dookie. Like, they couldn't do shit against us, which was lit. They took them all the way down to the field, and we held them and got that interception, the very first one. And that was crazy. That's his first, I think it was like his first interception on a like
in the red
remember.
zone in like 4 years.
Yeah. Insane.
Ridiculous.
So good. Shout out to the fucking Cowboys. And man, the guy I wore today, I had to. Everybody gave him so much fucking hate last week when he was not doing hot. And then this game, he said, you know what? I'm gonna shut the critics up. And not only am I wearing 4 for Dak, because dude, shout out to Dak. I'm wearing 4 for the number of field goals missed by Brett Maher. And how the fuck do you do that? How the fuck do you miss 4? And you can see everybody's getting frustrated. 1, okay. 2, okay, I'm not doing this anymore. How do you go for 4 times and miss 4? Try and keep giving him hope. After the second one, I've been like, dude, we're going for it. Because you're gonna
go
miss
for 2
anyways.
every time.
Yeah, you're gonna miss anyways. But overall, it was a great game. I do have one bad thing to say about the Cowboys, and I don't know if you'll ever hear this, but Trayvon Diggs is a little bitch.
Ooh,
Why?
I seen him try to like actually tackle people, and he wasn't even trying to tackle people. Like, he was trying to do like that little soft hit with the shoulder or this or that. He's a receiver right now playing corner rather than like play fucking defensive back. Tackle a motherfucker, wrap him up.
Doesn't want to get hurt.
Yeah, I don't give a shit.
I mean,
You're fucking trying to go to the Super Bowl. You're trying to win playoffs. I want you to fucking hit him. Like,
no, I feel you.
Soft tackle. It was made me really mad. I was several times where I watched him do that, and like, it is what it is. But like, dude, you got to be hungry for it. It's just not gonna come to you. Feel like they deserve it. You know what I mean? Don't feel like that. You got to earn it. So you earn it once, I think. And this is where I was gonna say the Cowboys have the hardest path to the Super Bowl.
100%.
Oh yeah. No arguments
100%.
there.
No doubt about it. And so it's cool and it's historic to, you know, our team and our franchises. All these situations are coming, and it's like, all right, 26 years in the making. This is your movie making moment. Like, what are you gonna do with it? Next we play San Fran, which we have historic playoff games with them. The Catch. Y'all remember that? We did not win that game. And if we even make it through them, we have to play a fucking rival. We got to play a hard fucking NFC championship game against our rival to make it to the big dog, the big game. Like, and you got to make it past this first one, though. This is the one I think is the hardest. I think you can make it to the NFC championship, you can win.
Yeah.
This is the team to beat.
I agree. I think if you can beat the 49ers, it doesn't matter if the Giants pull off a miracle on the Eagles or the Eagles dominate like they have been. I think if you can get past the 49ers, the Cowboys are favorites to win the NFC.
100%.
Go to the Super Bowl.
And, you know, 26 years long in the making. We've had just a nice historic run in so many different times in so many different eras. The 20s are looking pretty bright.
And you know what, Justin, I'm so glad that you said that, because the Cowboys are extremely historic, and so are we, because we are hitting our milestone right here. This will be our 20th episode on YouTube. And you know what? In honor of that, I thought it would be fun. You know, we get bombarded every week with a lot of fan mail, a lot of DMs, you guys know. So I thought I would go through some of these questions and we can answer them. So our first question comes from Hugh Janus, and Hugh wants to know, will you guys start discussing more ice dancing? Now, I know I can speak for all of us when I say we're huge ice dancing fans.
Biggest fan out there.
Exactly. But we enjoy it in its purest form, which is at the Olympics. So Hugh, come next Winter Olympics, we are going to be all over ice dancing.
You only have to wait a year and a half. Not much longer. Not much longer.
Our next question comes from Liz Bean. And Liz wants to know, why out of the three of you is it so obvious that Chris has the biggest... you know what? I'm not going to finish that question. Liz, this is a family-friendly program here.
I haven't read this one. Can you maybe elaborate a little more on what Liz said?
No, we're going to keep it clean.
Okay.
Keep it PG. Liz needs to clean it up a bit. But thanks for the
is
shout out.
married. He is married, so no.
All right. We got another one. It's actually from Chris.
Ooh.
On behalf of everyone who listens, will Justin finally admit that Tony Pollard is better than Zeke?
No.
I don't know
I
what
don't
game you were
know.
watching, but Tony Pollard was the better
I-
running back last night.
I don't. Oh, 100%. I think he's a good running back. I'm not saying he's not a good running back, and I didn't say Zeke is a great running back. I think he's a good running back. He used to be. If you're comparing people from their prime to what, no. Like right now, Zeke's also aged a little bit since when he was doing what he was doing, right? It's all different. Tony Pollard's a little young, but maybe, yes, right now, if you're looking at his pure form, sure, maybe, probably. Like look at the touches, who's getting more touches, who's making more yards. Like it's probably going to be Tony Pollard. So then at that point,
There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Justin just admitted that my preseason prediction of Tony Pollard being the better running back by the end of the year is true.
This is all just a spite.
Also, you gotta come. I actually wanted to say something nice about the Cowboys and their
Oh
backfield.
my god, please go ahead.
Yo, bravo for them for two people that touch the ball as much as they do and not turn it over one time all season. That was a pretty cool stat. 18 games all season. You had no turnovers from your running backs. That was like a really cool stat. I was like, damn. You don't hear that too often from a team. So that was pretty cool. Especially from two guys who touch the ball 30, 40 times a game. It's pretty intense.
Dude, 100%. And Chris, just to give you some facts. So yes, Tony Pollard is the better back because he ran it 193 times for 1,000 yards, 9 touchdowns. Zeke ran it for 231 times and 876 yards, but with 12 touchdowns. Just different plays. They're just different.
Different play styles.
No, I know. They definitely have started using Zeke more in the punch it in situations now, and Tony's in the grab big chunks of yards.
Yeah. But yeah, no, dude. Thank you, Alex, for what you said about the Cowboys.
Yeah.
I appreciate that. That was really cool. It's just crazy. It's cool. It's exciting. I think here's the best part is all year I try not to get my hopes up because I mean, at the end of the day, we can lose tomorrow and what the fuck? Like, and I got caught on here saying some dumb shit. Like, I'm not Chris. I'm not trying to fucking love him at the end.
Hey,
I'm being consistent.
Guess what? Back to being superstitious. When I fucking said that, they turned their ass around.
When you blew up on them, they did. And then you got nice.
They did.
You did.
Yeah. That's true. I should have stayed pessimistic.
I'm so proud of you.
It's your own fault.
It's your own fault. But yeah, hey, honestly, a good old fashioned Cowboys corner. It was cool having my dad on right and then having them both win, and like he was super excited about it too. So we'll see how it goes. We got a tough team to play, and I hope our team comes ready and prepared and ready to rock and roll because it's gonna be a fight, dude.
It's gonna be a good one. I can't wait. It honestly is a historic matchup. They've played so many times in the NFC playoffs and stuff like that over the years. It's gonna be really fun to see these two juggernaut of teams right now to play. Before we move on to the next thing, your boy has to go to the bathroom, so I'm gonna pause this real quick.
Hey, we have to talk about
now that everyone's back from the bathroom. And we had a 7th inning stretch. We had a halftime. We had a period change.
Yeah,
I think it's only proper.
Alex is on his.
No. I think it's only proper that we talk about more than just the turf. We talk about the ice. And I know that I've said it many times, a big Penguins fan. They haven't been doing too hot. They're sitting at 5th in their division right now. Not looking like they're going to make the playoffs, which is pretty sad because with how good our team is, shouldn't be this bad. But I will throw it over to a team that just made history. And that team is where my man Jay lives. Take it away.
Yeah, finally have a team to root for. Coyotes always suck, so why not be a Kraken fan? It's fun. And having a great second year, baby. They're doing hot. They actually they are the first team in the NHL to win 7 or more games on the road.
Let's go.
Which is fun. And like in any sport, that's hard to do, but
in a row, right?
In a row, yeah.
Yeah.
And not having any home games, right? Between that, it's insane, right?
Yeah.
There was like 7 games on our that's
On
crazy.
the road. And on the
Wow,
way, they had
that's
to
hard.
beat the hardest team I think in the NHL right now, which is the Boston Bruins, and like to do that is pretty good. They had one game, I don't know if you saw that, where it was six goals in 1 inning off of 7 shots.
6 off of 7 shots in 1 period.
1 period.
That's insane, dude. And
Some
the
sniping.
the fact that you are 1 point away or 2 points away, so 1 game from being the leader in the Pacific is kind of insane.
It's cool.
For being your second year in the league, and the Golden Knights are like think their 5th year in the league. The Pacific is kind of getting taken over by these 2 new teams. It's pretty cool to see. It's pretty cool to see that guys are doing so hot. I mean, you're only like 4 points away from being the number 1 seed in your conference. It's kind of crazy. It's kind of crazy.
Right behind Vegas, and Vegas is the
so Vegas, but Vegas is only the 4th,
Oh,
the 3rd
yeah,
seed.
conference.
Yeah, I'm talking about conference. I'm talking about the Jets and the Stars, and those are some pretty good teams that you guys are up against.
Yeah.
But you have the Penguins and the Red Wings sitting in the same exact position, I think.
Barely over 500.
No, we're not barely over 500, but we just don't know how to play right now.
How's your Red Wings?
Barely over 500. They're actually playing the Coyotes tonight. They're still in a rebuilding year. They're not gonna. I mean, they may make the playoffs this year, but they're not gonna make any serious noise. I think next year is like the first year of some expectations.
Yeah, it's been a fun season. It's great. I think the craziest thing is how good the Kraken have been, and how not mediocre, but mediocre the Avalanche have been. I know they've been dealing with some injuries. I know McKinnon was hurt for about a month, but still how mediocre they've been to only like right now, if the playoffs started, they wouldn't make it. It's just kind of crazy.
It is actually.
You're the defending champions and you wouldn't make the playoffs. But at least you're better than the Chicago Blackhawks. 11 wins. They are bad.
I thought they were supposed to be really good. They were
in
really
the 2000.
They haven't been good in a while.
The late 2000s and the early 2010s, they were like phenomenal. And apparently there's something more important off the screen for Chris, but we'll get to that in another slide.
I'm getting in trouble.
Yeah, you're getting in trouble on both ends now, so suck it up, Buttercup. So I think that's all we got. I'm excited to see what your Kraken do. I'm excited. I hope they make the playoffs. I would love to see Seattle Mariners make the playoffs. I'd love to see the Kraken make the playoff. I'd love to just see like your Seattle actually get some, and the Seahawks made the playoffs. You would have 3 teams that made the playoffs that year. That'd be insane for you guys. That'd
be good for a city.
That'd be good for your city from a team that like hasn't played hockey before really together. The baseball team that kind of came out of nowhere, and the football team that looked like they were nothing this year and came out of nowhere. Yeah. Good for you guys. But I would love to learn a little bit more about basketball from you, Jay. I know you keep up with it. I don't. Chris says he does, but I bet you he couldn't tell me who's in the first place in the West right now.
Not the Grizzlies. I know that.
I don't think I can tell you.
It's the Nuggets.
Really?
That's what ESPN says.
I would have not guessed that.
Well, actually, I guess the Grizzlies and the Nuggets are tied.
They're tied, same record.
But
Nuggets probably have a win on them.
They must have something on them, or something, or I don't know what. But the Grizzlies are on a 10-game win streak, which is kind of crazy.
Yeah, the Grizzlies look hot. Jaw looks hot. That dude is a beast. Did
you see him make that bucket the other night while getting fouled?
Yeah.
I just hope he doesn't turn into a Russell.
Then he was talking shit.
Yeah. I don't think he'll turn into a well. If he because like
where he's the only player that he's like, if he's not the only player, he doesn't want him on your team. You know what I mean? He doesn't seem like he'd be like that, but I just hope he doesn't.
Well, Memphis actually has a really talented team between Steven Adams. They have Jaw, they have Brooks. They got a pretty solid team to where they do look really, really good. Oh yeah, Brooke Bain. Who else they fucking have? Danny Green. Jaren Jackson Jr. Like they got some stars.
Danny
Like,
Green's been in
right?
the league forever.
Danny Green has been in the league forever, and Danny Green's been on a lot of championship teams.
He has. He's on the Spurs twice, and he was on the
Lakers. He was on the
Lakers. He was on
Raptors.
the Raptors. Yeah, he's been on some teams, man. He's won some
Mhm.
rings. Who would have
Um,
thought this though? Okay, I'm just looking at this. Can you tell me how the Suns are not even in the playoff picture?
Yeah, because they don't look that good.
Yeah, Booker got hurt.
Oh, did he? And then
They
the
would've-
Lakers are the Lakers even going to make it this year?
No.
But LeBron's only playing 54 games.
LeBron's just chasing milestones at this point.
Yeah, he's what 300 points away or something like that.
I think the best thing that the Lakers will do eventually at one point is just to part ways with them, but it's really
They
hard
will.
to part way. They won't do it right now. Yeah,
No, but they will. I think he will. Oh
Think he'll finish
no.
up his contract and be done.
No, I think he wants to play with his son. So wherever his son gets drafted to or goes, he'll go.
For just a year, you think?
Yeah, at least a year, I think, just to say that he played with his son.
What happens in the era where Bronny doesn't get drafted? I'm not saying I
Have
have
you
no idea
seen
I have
his
no idea how good
highlights?
he is. Is he good?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Is he going to be
He's
like
good.
a number one or like?
I don't know.
And-
I've obviously only seen highlights. I haven't
Yeah.
seen full games of him. So
How-
I'm only going to see the best shit, but he's
How
good.
close is he? Like 2 years out?
Yeah, I think just a couple years out.
No,
Because
he's,
he's a
he's
Jew.
a senior right now.
Oh,
He's a
so
senior right now.
senior?
He just had a senior night, which is cool.
So,
like, imagine
1 year.
Devin LeBron.
So then he just needs to go. What do you think he's going to G League?
I don't know. He may pick a fun college to go to and try and
He
do
was-
the
he was
NCAA
going-
tournament.
He was viewing colleges. I knew him.
Okay.
Because I saw him go to the Buckeyes because they were big Ohio State fans and stuff like that too.
Money, he's not worried about money. Like,
No.
so he's not worried about going and getting paid right away, especially with these NIL deals. He's
And
going to
he'll
get a big
an
deal
NIL
no matter
yeah,
what.
He'll get a deal from somebody.
Yeah. So he'll probably go pick, like Justin said, college like Ohio State. They were heavily recruiting him at the Michigan game because they were there and they were chanting that they wanted Bronny. So I'm sure they'll go after him. I'm sure some California schools like UCLA and whatnot will go after him, but
Bama's
he'll probably
doing
go to
good right
college for 1
now.
year.
He might go there.
Well, a spot just opened up.
Yeah.
Where?
You didn't hear about the Bama basketball player?
I did.
Uh-uh.
He
happened?
murdered some 23-year-old girl and got arrested like Sunday night.
What the fuck?
But when I looked into him, it didn't seem like he was playing a lot. He
But
wasn't like a
he's-
star
He
on
was
the
like
team.
he was like on the team though.
Yeah, oh yeah,
What the hell is going on with all these college murders right now, dude?
weird.
Got all these people, all these women that can't sleep at night because they're hearing of all these murders.
Going back to something positive, LeBron surpassed 38,000 points, so he's only like
Second
300
player?
Yep, second player to do it. A little over under 300 points away from breaking a record, which is just crazy. Like, I know, Chris, you're not his biggest fan and stuff like that, but just to beat that,
No,
beat
it's super
so-
impressive.
so
How many
big-
years did Kareem play? Does anyone know?
No, not that many.
Because I want to know how many years it took Braun to do it versus Kareem.
I think it took LeBron longer, but
Yeah, way different.
still
caliber
crazy
of
impressive.
players.
Like, I also think longevity should be something that is impressive as well.
Oh, dude, he's done it forever.
And I mean, like his numbers obviously aren't the same, but they're still pretty good. Still like, wouldn't mind having a LeBron kind of caliber on my team, and just the amount of like recruits he would bring just to your team. Maybe old men, but
Well, LeBron's in what season right now?
20 something, 20th maybe.
What is he, 37?
Yeah, so 20.
And he started when he was 18,
So this would be his 20th season this year, because it'll be
20,
20.
21st.
Because Kareem Abdul-Jabbar was 1969 to 1989, so 20 years.
Oh, okay. So he might do in the same amount of years.
So
I mean,
exact same.
he should get 20 points. He should get another 300 points this year.
Yeah, he's like
He's got
the
over half
only
a s-
guy doing shit for the Lakers
Yeah.
right now. I mean, Russ is back and forth, but
And I wonder how many games he has left to play though, because he only has that 54. Do you think he plays more than 54 games if he's close? Do you
Oh,
think he
yeah.
gets it this year? Yeah.
he will make sure he gets it
He's like,
This
I'm
year.
gonna make sure. Good.
for
'Cause
sure.
that's what if you average, because there's what like almost half a season left, so you have 44 games. You have to average if you play every game, which you don't, you play 3/4 of the game, you only got to average like 20 points a game, and you're there.
He
15
can
points
do
a
it.
game. Yeah, he can do that easily. That'd be crazy. It's gonna be crazy to see. I'm definitely going to watch that game that when he breaks the record, because it's like something that you don't see ever.
No, it'll be a moment, a monumental moment. So you definitely want to be watching that game.
Oh yeah, I'll be watching that.
And the
game.
best part about that is it'll be more predictable than the Aaron Judge record break where it went on for game after game after game. Or like, is it gonna happen?
Yeah, dude.
Like you'll know which game it's gonna happen in.
Yeah, when he's like, when it's close enough, the people are like, okay, it could be this game, could be the next game. You're gonna know. It's gonna be within 2 or 3 games.
Right.
Once he's within like 60 points, you better watch all those games.
Yeah.
It's not that he can score 60,
but you never know. He might just go crazy one night.
Shit. Spider just did.
Really?
That Cavs team is one of the most impressive teams I've seen. Just made some money moves this offseason and done really, really well.
They're 5th in their division right now.
Yeah, that's a tough division. I mean, the teams they're behind are tough. Boston, Brooklyn, Milwaukee, and the Sixers. The Sixers are tough, but they're only one game back from most of those teams.
Yeah,
they're actually, dude, they're right there within it. They could jump up at any moment. It says like games back, but like
they're a half a game back from second.
Right?
It's crazy. They're half a game back from being second. So that's a tight race right there.
Yeah, the East is a little bit more competitive than what it used to be.
Yeah.
It used to not be competitive at all. You guys remember those times. The Nuggets, though, have smoked their way back. And another team that's in there that I've never seen in there is the Sacramento Kings.
The Kings.
Yeah, it's been a minute for them.
What is going on there?
There's still plenty of time for them to go back to being the Kings.
I have one thing to implement or talk about basketball. Did you implement? Did you see the artist who made the send help for Luka's, like he did a mural of Luka holding a sign that says send help?
No.
Yeah, so and then Cuban like got all mad about it when it was like, well, what have you done to help Luka?
The rest of that team
is kind of trash. It's like when you have as talented of a person as Luka, who how many times are you going to get this person in the league? Maybe twice a decade, maybe once a decade, right? Like,
yeah, I don't see them doing anything in these playoffs. Like, but next year, if they can get just one big star to pair with him, they're dangerous because Luka is that good.
Could you
just get him a little help?
Could you imagine if he had like an Embiid, or like even if he had like a Spider on his team? I guess he's a point guard, so you wouldn't want him on there. But like someone that can just like help him shoot and make.
Yeah. Oh, though Luka's a point guard, he plays the 2 a lot.
Yeah, he does. And you could
like also when they had last year, they had what's that guy on the Knicks? Oh God, what's his name? Jesus, come on.
I love Jesus, bro.
Jalen Brunson.
Yeah, they got rid of him, right?
Yeah, they let him walk, and I think that was a big hit, right? Because now he's over at the
Nets.
And they're doing pretty hot this year.
Oh, the Knicks or the Nets?
Knicks.
Oh, the Knicks finally doing something. 2 New York teams. Look at them. Are you boys ready? Are you boys ready to play a game?
I guess.
Yeah, born ready to play.
I don't like this. I'm gonna ask again, and when I ask, give me some energy. Hey, boys, are you ready to play a game?
Yeah, I'm gonna fucking destroy you.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I like to hear, baby. This is what I like to hear. Well, this is a game I've been seeing a lot on TikTok, so I thought it'd be fun to play with you boys. And we're gonna do a draft style where you pick a team, you pick a quarterback, a running back, 3 wide receivers, a tight end, offensive line, and defense. Okay. From the remaining 8 teams in the NFL playoffs. If you need to know who they are, I have them written down. If you don't need to know who they are, that's awesome. And it'll be draft style, so it'll be snake. So first goes first, and then second and third, and then third, second, first, and then first, second, third. Right?
How do we determine the initial order?
Well, I think it's only fair that Justin goes first because his is the only team in the playoffs.
Love it.
And then it'll go Chris because your team finished higher than the Steelers. I went off a position for teams. And then I'll go last because my team
That's fair.
technically finished last in the standings. We got the lower draft pick than you, so technically we did finish worse.
Damn straight.
So I feel like that's the only proper order. And you cannot take a player that's already been taken. So Justin, I don't know if you're ready for this game, but who are you taking?
Patrick Mahomes.
Off the rip, huh?
No, I mean, I think at the end of the day, yeah, dude, he's probably the. I don't. You look at all these quarterbacks. Love Dak. All these quarterbacks. He's the one that's led the teams to the most Super Bowl. He has a Super Bowl ring, and he's playing lights out this year.
You're not
Like
wrong.
Patrick Mahomes. Yeah.
You're not wrong. I'm just saying that's it's fucking crazy, bro.
Why?
I'll take Travis Kelce.
I hate you. I was gonna take Kelsey, but whatever, dude. Who should I take? I'm gonna take.
Are you at least writing these down, or we're just gonna?
I'm writing them down. Don't worry, I got you. I'm gonna take. I'm gonna go Christian McCaffrey and I know this is hard. Deebo Samuels.
Okay.
Who you
Damn.
got, Chris?
I will see. I don't need to take a quarterback because I know Justin's not going to take one. I can wait.
That was my logic. I was like, okay, if I get Hurts, if I get fucking Josh Allen, if I get Joey B, I'm fine with those. The only one I wanted was Patrick Mahomes because he's obviously probably the best quarterback in the playoffs for that left.
I'll go Saquon Barkley.
Ooh, that was
Good.
good. That's what I was gonna go.
Good.
That was good because I was like, ooh, running backs.
Yeah, after McCaffrey got swiped.
Yeah, baby.
Man. I know the other teams have like really good. Like Eagles got Miles Sanders, Jaguars got ETN, Chiefs don't really have anybody. I get back to backs. So
Yeah, you get back to back, baby.
what do we have? What are we get everything, right? It's
You get
whatever.
3 receivers, 1 running back, 1 tight end, offensive line, defense. That's what you have left. Had QB obviously, but you already took one.
AJ Brown and
Ooh.
AJ Brown, Jamar Chase.
Nice. I like that.
Nice. Who you got?
I'll take Joey B.
Joey B, of course. Okay. I'm gonna take. Man, this kind of sucks. I'm gonna take. Man, there's really no good receivers out there, is there? I mean, like number one's left.
Say anything.
He's like, I won't say anything.
No, you guys have to figure it out.
I will, and I'm gonna take the. This might be a little early, but I'm doing it. I'm taking the Niners defense, just because they're the best D out there, and I'm gonna take. Let's go. I'm gonna take DeSmith. No,
Devontae
Smith.
Damn you.
I'm thinking of
Why?
hockey right now.
You guys are so dumb. Think with your head. You guys are picking dumb.
Okay, dude.
He's mad that we're not picking CD.
No, there's even better people.
Hey, listen.
You're not
Who?
thinking.
Higgins. Who the fuck is the chief receiver? Oh my gosh, dude. I'm so dumb.
You're so fucking dumb. I know. Now you realize it. And Chris is trying so hard, but he can't
I'm not
think
gonna
about
say
it either.
anything. Oh, I'm so fucking dumb. I am so fucking dumb.
Cypress said it, and I said stop.
I am so fucking dumb.
Hold on.
So dumb. I
I
hate
could
my
have
life.
3.
You guys are
good
gonna
wide
make me
receivers.
overthink it.
Good.
I'm
Yeah, you
fucking
got 30
dumb.
seconds on the clock.
I don't have
29.
shit.
8.
What are all the teams?
27.
You're
No, I'm
putting
not.
pressure on me, and now I'm forgetting all the
I'm
teams.
not gonna say the teams anymore. I asked you in the very beginning if you want to know the teams. And you said
That's
no one said
bullshit.
anything.
That is bullshit.
I'm gonna count down.
Yeah, you got 30
Hey,
seconds.
Siri,
You
set
got
a
30
timer of
seconds.
30
No.
seconds.
Yes.
Yes. Auto draft.
You're getting an auto draft.
We'll auto draft.
Hey, you guys get back-to-back picks every pick. I don't. You got to
Yeah, it
give me
doesn't
more
matter.
time.
No.
You got 30 seconds, bitch. It's been like 2 minutes. Pick.
I'm
pick,
so
pick,
Justin.
Pick.
Justin, can I make your pick for you, please? Can I be a celeb pick?
Yeah.
Because I'm so fucking dumb.
I know.
Hold on.
You've got like 10 seconds left, bro.
You shut up. All right. Teams are
Time.
Chiefs,
No
Eagles.
Time, bitch.
Bitch. No. What are you gonna do? Exactly.
We're gonna auto draft. We're gonna give you the Bengals.
Well, then you
offensive
got to
line.
give me the best person available at the
No, we're gonna
auto
give you
draft.
Pick
We're gonna
it.
give you the,
No,
the Bengals
no,
offensive line.
no, that's bullshit. No, because you made me overthink it. You made me
Just
think
take
that
who you're gonna
there's
take. Who are you gonna take?
Okay. The Jaguars and the Chiefs, the Giants and the Eagles, the Cowboys and the 49ers, and the Bills and the Bengals.
Okay, that should help
is
you.
the guy that you guys are stressing about Stephon Diggs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really?
Well, I just took Smith over Diggs. That's why I'm pissed because I was like, oh, fuck.
Yeah. Dumb.
Yeah, that was a dumb pick.
As far as
Dude,
like,
what other wide receiver do you have out of all these that are going to be?
Yeah.
Like, there's CeeDee Lamb, yeah, but Stephon Diggs is
I mean, I see what you're
clearly
saying,
better.
but like,
Over Smith though, like, come on, Diggs is a better receiver than Smith.
but that's
Alex picked the
because
number
Diggs
two,
is
not
the
a
number
number
one, and yeah, Smith is a
Yeah.
2 on that team. But you're building this roster, so
Yeah.
like,
So yeah, that's why I
You don't
went.
want
the
Stephon Diggs?
situation.
I
I'll take
understand.
Stephon Diggs.
See, bitch.
But I'm
there's
just
no
saying, you
fucking
guys
complaint.
made it seem like it was like this no brainer.
It was a no-brainer. Okay, Jay, you're up.
It was
was
a
a
no-brainer.
no-brainer.
God. I need a what? An offensive line, defense, another wide receiver.
You
What else
need
do I need?
wide receiver, tight end, offensive line, defense, running back.
I need another running
You
back.
haven't picked one. You picked Mahomes, AJ, and Chase.
Oh yeah, I did. Fuck. I hate all these running backs.
Yeah, they're not really great. And 2 of them are yours.
I know. I get 2 picks.
You get 2 picks, so take who you want.
Oh, yeah, I know. I'm gonna pick. This is skeptical, but I'm gonna pick the Cowboys defense.
Okay, of course. Ride it with your T. I like it.
Yeah. An offensive line.
Yeah, that one's hard.
It's gonna take the Eagles, bro. The Eagles have a
Yeah,
good
they do.
offensive line.
I'll take the 49ers offensive line.
All right.
Sounds good.
That's fucking great. You guys are really making me mad. It's fine, guys. I'm gonna take we're gonna go with you know what? I'm gonna show the Cowboys some love, and I'm gonna take because I think they're all the same to me. And I'm gonna take Goddard as my tight end.
You're so funny. I love you very much.
But it's between him, Knox,
You're so
Hurst.
dumb.
Why?
You're so
What's his
dumb.
name? What's his name?
You're so dumb.
What's his
You
Goddard.
fucked it up again. He's not on the team.
Who is it?
His name's Dalton Schultz.
Oh,
You said
there-
Goddard just because his first name is Dallas, but he plays for the Eagles.
We're doing a sports podcast.
They're all
and
the
Alex always
same.
fucks
They're all the
up.
same to me.
I'm taking Schultz. and I'm gonna take oh man, that was good. And I'm gonna take you know what? I'm gonna ride with him. I'm gonna ride with Christian Kirk.
I'll take Eagles defense.
Nice.
I'm surprised no one thought about this. I'm taking George Kittle.
Oh, I hate my life.
You just drafted. Now that is a more obvious
I
fuck
hate my
up than
life,
Diggs.
bro. I fucking hate my life.
This is why I won fantasy and you didn't.
I hate my life, bro. I don't care. Whatever, dude. Who you taking next? Take a wide receiver or running back?
I pick a wide receiver.
Yeah.
Oh, I want to pick someone else. Oh, CD Lamb.
Oh, nice.
You
Who'd
said
you
it's
say?
2 running backs.
No, one running back. You only have wide
Oh,
receivers
one.
left, Chris.
Okay.
You got AJ Brown.
I'll take T Higgins.
Okay, that's a nice one. I'm gonna take
Did you just say there's AJ Brown available?
no, I'm just telling you who's
Okay.
taking off.
I was gonna
saying
say
who's taking off. So I only have 2 left. So I'm gonna take who's offensive line? I have a QB and an O line. Whose offensive line is whose offensive line is better? Okay, I'm not taking the Bengals.
Definitely not them.
Not definitely no, not them. I'm gonna take the Bills offensive line. Sure. And then I'm gonna take Hurts as quarterback. See what happens there.
Wow.
Over Josh Allen. Oh no,
I thought for sure it'd be Josh Allen.
I feel like this team, Danny Dimes would be fucking hype. I feel like this team could do a lot of options and you need a fast. I understand Josh Allen's fast, but Hurts is, mobile guy, can throw really far, I think he's got it in the bag. All right, who's your last wide receiver, Chris?
Zay Jones.
Zay Jones.
I like that one better. Okay, and I just gotta get a running back.
You got a running back. So just
And who's
no
already taken?
no
Saquon
McCaffrey,
and,
no Barkley. So you can take Etienne. You can take anyone from the Chiefs, anyone from the.
You know what? I don't know, but I'm torn. I would like your opinion.
No, this is really easy, so I'm just gonna let you pick.
Why?
Just pick.
Mixon or what's it? Tony Pollard.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'd go Mixon if it's just
Mixon.
one. I was gonna grab Pollard if we had two backs.
So I'd go Mixon.
Cool. I'm gonna read you guys the team, and I want you guys to vote on who would win. Okay. You ready? And then don't vote for yourself. You can't vote for yourself. That's what I'm saying. Okay. Okay, fine. You can vote for yourself if you want to. Justin's team.
We're all gonna vote for ourselves.
Justin's team. Mahomes, Mixon. He's throwing to AJ Brown, Jamar Chase, CD Lamb. He's got Kittle. He's got that Eagles offensive line taking care of him. And he's got the Cowboys D.
Okay.
Pretty good. Chris's team. He's got Joey B at the helm. He's got Barkley in the backfield with Diggs, Higgins, and Jones. And also throwing to Kelsey. With the Niners offensive line and the Eagles D. And then you have my team, Hurts, with Christian McCaffrey, Deebo Samuels, Smith, and Kirk. Not Goddard, but Schultz. The Bills offensive line and the Niners D.
I think I got to go with Justin.
Justin's team kind of looks dirty. I will say.
Yeah, I mean, you definitely fucked it up with your Schultz pick.
I really did there. I really fucked it up with my Schultz pick. I started off really strong. So you want to say I think I really started off strong. I think having the last pick was really nice in the beginning of this one because you had CMC and Debo. But then I think my picking ability just kind of went. I think that was a user error, not.
This is just a brain function. Like you just didn't know who was who. They were looking at it, and you'd probably pick differently.
They're all the same to me, but I'm gonna go with the Dallas tight end Goddard.
Oh man. Well, fans in the chat, I would love to see who you guys think won this one. Clearly, it's probably me. Probably put us up against anybody in the league right now. Our defense could stop
If I
everybody.
didn't have to vote for myself, I'd actually vote for Chris.
It's the dumbest move I've ever heard in my entire life. But
That's
I
just
will
only
You pick
because it's
Smith
very
over Diggs,
obvious it
and you
wouldn't
pick
be
Kirk
Alex.
over Jay Jones, who Zay Jones is doing better than Kirk, and Diggs is better than Devontae.
don't want to talk to you right now. So I'm gonna move on to the predictions of next week. I hope you guys are ready. I hope you guys are ready to take a whirlwind through the divisional round. All right, boys, you ready? You got your thinking caps on? You got your picking caps on?
Before we start this,
Yeah.
I went perfect last week. I love to say.
What's different than every other week? You being first, me being second, and Chris being last. Like, what's really different than every other week, huh? This really hasn't changed much. So I don't care that you went perfect. I don't care that you know how to pick teams. This is just your year, bro. This is literally just your year for football. I cannot wait to see how poorly this ages next year when you go 1-11 in fantasy and you are absolutely dog shit in the picks. I'm just saying, I can't wait. No, I'm
Chris
not
is
hoping.
shutting up
I
because he knows
know.
I'm good.
No, I know.
Yeah, I mean, track record is pretty proven this year.
this year of all 1 year.
Like fantasy, yeah, sure, that's a toss up. He may have a bad
year.
year next year, but I think he'll be pretty consistent with the picks.
I don't want to hear it. You're obviously against the hype. So we're going to move right on into the predictions. And we are going to start it off strong. I actually don't know what the schedule looks like. Let me look that up real quick. We got very, very early morning Saturday. Early morning, 3:30 p.m. Not really that early morning. The Jacksonville Jaguars and the Kansas City Chiefs.
I'm going to be going chaos this weekend.
Going Jacksonville?
So I'm going Jacksonville.
Wow. Picking crazy out here. I'm going to pick with not my heart, and I'm going to go the Chiefs. Because I want Jacksonville to win.
Chiefs are going to win that game.
Yeah. It's pretty easy to know who's going to win that game, but it's whatever. The NFC matchup that I'm excited to see. New York versus Philadelphia.
Sticking with chaos, going with New York.
He's going all underdogs this time, eh?
New York.
Oh, wow. I'm taking Philly. I gotta.
Let me tell you why, and I'm gonna convince you.
Okay.
We always talk about teams that are hot. Like, don't get me wrong, Jacksonville is hot. They got comeback, but like, it's a different team because the Chiefs have been healthy all year. Hurts hasn't played the last couple games. His first game back is a playoff game, and the Giants won it more.
They're hungry
and
for
they're
sure.
Playing hot, like, and that was a hot game.
I get that, but also I'm gonna take Philly. I picked them at the beginning of the year. Picked them to go to the Super Bowl.
I'd rather play the Giants.
I know you'd rather play the Giants. Okay, moving on to the Sunday matchups. I don't understand why the Saturday matchups are so much later than the Sunday matchups. Doesn't make sense to me.
Saturday.
What's different than Saturday and Sunday?
People go out, so they put them at times where people are going to be going out to the bars and different social events.
Maybe you're right. Okay, we've got the long-awaited game that never was: Cincinnati versus Buffalo.
Cincinnati.
I'm also gonna go Cincinnati. It's a good one. And last but not least, the boys in blue head up. I know you guys don't like when I do that. Head up to San Francisco to play at what is it, Levi Stadium? Is that the name of the stadium?
Levi Stadium, yeah.
Levi's. I almost called it Candlestick Park, but it's Levi Stadium.
Might as well be this weekend.
Basically, we've got the two franchises that have had many of great games. I want Justin to pick first before you pick Chris.
Why? We know what he's gonna pick.
Oh, the Cowboys. That makes sense. I'm also gonna go Cowboys.
And I will third that.
Whoa.
All Cowboys?
Why do you say
Yeah.
Cowboys?
Yeah, I'm curious.
So I
His
just
theme
think
is
that
chaos, though.
my thing is chaos, and that would all my picks would be chaos. But also they just got a big confidence boost going on the road, beating Tom Brady. Yeah, you could say a lot about the state of that Bucks team, but the fact is that was a huge win. They looked great in all three phases of the game except for those extra points, Justin. But they looked real damn good, and so I think that's a big confidence boost. To go into Levi Stadium now, you're going up against Brock Purdy. We were just singing his praises, but at the end of the day, he's a very green rookie quarterback, didn't even play the full year, and now like the stakes just keep getting higher for him. And now this is the divisional round. It's a bigger game. Dak's obviously the more veteran quarterback between those two. I think it's going to be a really close game. It's going to come down to the end, but I just for some reason see the Cowboys pulling this off.
And I also think that Brock didn't play well in the first half of that game. And if he does that against the Cowboys defense is too strong to let those not be points.
Yeah.
And their offense is too strong to like let those like almost turnovers, almost like interceptions that become interceptions and become points for the Cowboys.
Get ready for a boring game.
Yeah.
It's going to be a defensive battle.
Yeah.
It's gonna be good. Probably
I love that it's the last game too.
Yeah. They've been putting the Dallas as the last game 2 weeks in a row now.
You want to see us suffer.
They do. They do. They
Pull
want
it
to see
out, Betty, as long as they can.
All right, boys. Well, we're in the divisional round. Who would have thought that we'd be here 20 weeks later, right? This is the 20th episode. But 19, yep. Yeah, 20 weeks later where we are here. We're almost to the Super Bowl. We have the conference, which hopefully for Justin's sake, and I'm rooting for them, the boys get to. And we have I don't even know what this is, whatever they're making the Pro Bowl. I don't touch football. Like,
yeah, well, that's like a separate thing.
Oh, are they actually playing the Pro Bowl?
The Pro Bowl is a little funky. It's like a bunch of just like events, I think, one of which is flag football.
And that's like the highlight. That's like the big thing, right? Is the flag football?
It might be. You know what they need to do? They need to, and maybe they're doing this, and I don't know, but they need to bring back the old school Pro Bowl weekend, like individual position group competitions, like the how far can you throw the football as a quarterback type shit, the kicking like that is way more entertaining than any Pro Bowl game.
Yeah, like so I've been watching a lot of them, but like the like I don't remember even how old this is, but the receivers that have to catch it a certain way, catch it over a glass wall, and like, or like even like the gauntlet where they had to like do this and then catch the football, just like even just getting even every position involved, but doing some kind of relay where it's fun for everybody. Yeah. And it's not this like, this was when what's his name, Kareem Hunt was a rookie, so this was years ago, right? But it was just like, fun, and they're not like worried about getting hurt, and it's not just like, hey man, we're gonna play some loose defense and I'm open and we're gonna score 55 points.
Yeah, because no one wants to get hurt. They only care right at the end if it's close, because they want that winning money.
Yeah. And then I'd be fine with like a flag football game if that's how you ended it, but like the individual skill challenges would be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's nice. I think we got some good points, got all that stuff. I know we haven't had a chance to talk about this since the season's ended, but Alex, you always talk about being in the middle of the pack, that you can't lead. I actually want to say you were number one in your prediction for the year for your Steelers. You predicted them to go 9-8, and you actually went 9-8.
That's crazy.
Your games were all over the place. They weren't really what they were supposed to be, but you got it good. I obviously came in second with that at 11-6, and we ended at 12 and. Doesn't add up, does it?
No, it'll be
No.
11-5 and 12-4, right?
Yeah.
So you were close.
Wait, no. That 17 games.
Oh, that is
11-6.
What's your record right now?
12-5.
Oh, that did make sense.
Regular season.
Yeah.
12-5, one game off.
Close.
And then how close were the Lions to their 12-5 season?
They were 9-8. So, but hey, I was at least right about a winning season.
Yeah.
What was your original prediction for all those that weren't here in the beginning? Because a lot of people, this is their first time even hearing that we predicted this, and you can go back on our Instagram and see this. But Chris, what did you think the Lions were gonna go?
It's tough to say. I mean, I was drinking so much Kool-Aid at the time, but I believe I said that they were gonna go 12-5, and make the playoffs. I don't know if I said they're gonna win the division.
You said they were gonna win the division.
Did I? Okay, let's pile that on then, bitch.
And I almost think
whatever. Next year's our year.
I almost think that you said that they were also going to get the first playoff when you've seen in a while. But I think I'm just spitballing now.
I think you're spitballing.
Quit spitballing.
Well, I'm excited. And if you don't know, we are actually excited for an upcoming episode. Maybe 3 weeks away. Exactly 3 weeks away. I don't know, something like that. But it's going to be a live stream. We're going to be watching the Super Bowl live with you all. We'd love for you to come join. We'd love if you come hang out. We have some cool things planned.
A lot of people do Super Bowl parties. If you don't have one, come to ours.
Yeah, we're gonna have non-alcoholic beers because we can't drink. Can you drink on streams? Why not, right?
Or wouldn't you be able to?
I don't know, man.
That's weird.
Television
Why'd you
and
say that?
It's a Super Bowl. I'll be drinking.
I understand. He'll be drinking. But yeah, come watch it with us. We have some fun things planned for you guys. So can't wait to watch that with you guys. And if you want to come watch it, you just watch on YouTube. We'll be live on YouTube. So come over there.
All right. We'll see you next time, guys.
Yeah, thanks for closing that out, Chris. I got stuck up here. We'll see you next week. We'll see you for the conference round of the NFL football season, the first inaugural season of the 3ME Bros. Thanks for coming by, guys.
We're going into the divisional round.
No, you want to keep updated with everything that's going on in the podcast, you can just follow us at what, Alex?
At 3ME Bros. The number 3 Amigos podcast on all socials. We are super active on TikTok and Twitter. So if you really want to figure out where we are, go over there. That's a damn lie. Go to Instagram. If you want to see anything, go to Instagram or Facebook. We are and YouTube. Go over there. Have some fun. We're still learning through this. We're still getting through this together. So this is our first, like I said, our first inaugural season. So not everything's
we are killing these closers.
We're killing these closers, man. You wouldn't understand what it's like to be us. So hey, until next time, until the conference championships, see you guys.
See ya.
Later.